And, my first experience happened when I was 24. And I was working in radio in Vancouver, radio station called CFOX, and I was thriving in a sales role and killing it. And I was part of a couple of charities, doing this charity work on the side and having a lot of fun as a 24-year-old would. So really enjoying life. And then I hit the wall hard, like seriously burnt out, didn't want to get out of bed. And it was tough. And as a salesperson, you need to put a lot of proactive energy into driving sales and building relationships. And I just didn't want to do it. So I talked to my boss. His name was Gord, great guy. And I go, Gord, what do I do? And, he gave me the best advice he knew. His advice was to get a mortgage. He said, the biggest one you can get. I'm like, okay. And he goes, because then you have to work. It gives you a reason to get up and do the hard things that you might not want to do. So I wasn't ready to buy a house, although I should have. If I did back then, it would have been probably a smart decision. But I went and got a line of credit, and I racked up my credit cards, kind of like having a mortgage, and it didn't make a difference. And it really got me in this path of being curious that when people burn out, how do you get back? And I eventually did. It took me a couple of years to recover. And I eventually did. And I've burnt myself out many times since. And I bounced fast. Now I can see it and feel it coming. And I know how to manage it and actually get ahead of it so it doesn't really knock me down and take me out most of the time. I still have a personality sometimes that still runs straight into the wall because I think I can break through it, and it doesn't always work. But the point is, I've learned a lot about it from these experiences, and it happens to a lot of people.